Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. This is the transfer roundup show where we're going to be looking at all the transfer rumors and even the down deals that are happening all over our top 6 teams that we love. Today's going to be a different one because I don't think there's any news to talk about when it comes to Spurs. If I'm making a mistake, or unless the Harry Kane, if he's moving to Bayern, which has not yet been cleared yet. But we're going to be talking about other top teams of the top 6 and what has been happening in terms of their transfer roundup and everything that is moving around. Let's hear your thoughts in the comment section. Remember, there are so many things that are going to be changing, so you have to be ready for that. I want to hear your thoughts. What are you expecting your team to do, and where do you see your team being come next season? How would it look like? So we're going to start with Manchester United. As it looks like, of all the teams, they've been really the busiest with getting done deals, contract extension, and so forth and so on. So we're going to get into it. Before we even go to the transfer news, we were given a breaking news that Harry Maguire was no longer the captain of Manchester United. The player talked about how much that really hurt him and how much he's really going to try to always give his all when he wears the shirt. That just tells you the amount, the seriousness of Eric Ten Hag in terms of the leadership. He's really pruning what he feels like it's not good for the team. David De Gea, as much as it was painful, he left. Harry Maguire, now we are here. He is no longer the captain. Sooner or later, he could be moving. I'm going to tell you what I mean when I say Harry Maguire could be moving, as we have some reports as well to talk about him. So there is a lot of things that is happening, but one thing that we're going to do is that we keep you updated. So do me a favor before we go anywhere, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we get into this. Let's start. So Manchester United had a done deal, which was Onana to United. In fact, what we are only left with right now is the medicals. We are not really sure when the medicals are going to be done, but one thing we were given as a confirmation is that there was a deal agreed between between Inter and Manchester United. I was saying Ajax because I remember Onana used to play with Ten Hag and Ajax, but no, it was Inter and Manchester United. What we were actually told is that the personal details were already agreed between the player and the club. It was only left between the two clubs. It looks like that has been reached. Now, when we look at how much this guy will be in addition to Manchester United, they will give them that enough confidence because they now have a player who can play with his legs, who I know he's going to be assisting as well with from the back. We've seen it with Edison, we've seen it with Alisson. It's a possibility. He just joins the group of the teams that are good, the players who are good in terms of play, the goalkeepers who are good with their feet. And as well, he has really put out some great saves we've seen, but I don't think we have to jump to say he's already at the level of the Premier League's best, because if we talk about it, to be honest, we haven't seen him really do it in the Premier League. Of course, they played with Man City in the final, but that City team, if you go look at them, they were no longer really the same team that we expected them to play. They were really tired. If they played with the City that played against Real Madrid, he would have had a terrible game. But one thing I know, he's confident. Of course, he'll make some little mistakes. He will always comes back and deliver for United. So if I'm a United fan, I should really be proud of this deal because this shows people where exactly the team is going. So United had a plan before the transfer window. I know we have been making so much fun of them. Go watch my former videos talking about them. They were so quiet and I was really worried if they were going to start doing business. But now it's being revealed that actually Manchester United had a plan which was meant for them. They were going to spend around £100 million for at least 2 players. And those 2 players were going to be brought in with either if the takeover turns whatever that was going to happen with the takeover. They really didn't care. They just wanted to spend 100 million just for the players they needed. And Eric Ten Hag chose those players. He took Mason Mount, which was 60 million if you remember pounds, and now he went for Onana, who was around 40 million pounds. So they really got the deal done and got the players that he needed. So now the question is that we wait to see what's going to happen next, as it looks like they're not really done with the movement. Now it's now a matter of players who are leaving while they bring others. So that is the game that they're going to be playing. I'm going to be telling you also the rumors that are also linking United with other players that they want. Manchester United are moving on to the player that they want to sign. Is I think it's called is it Holland or something? Holland or something like that, if I'm saying it. So the attacker from Atlanta. He's still a young man, and they really want to sign him. And in terms of the personal terms of this player, they were agreed. Only now they're preparing for their open bid. But the problem is this. The team that they want to sign from, which is Atlanta, they are asking for at least 65 to 70 million euros. Manchester United, they don't want to pay that much. In fact, they're saying they're rating the player to around 40 million. No, 45. But it looks like at Atlanta, they're sticking to what they want, which is over almost 70 million euro. So this is going to be something that is going to take time to see in terms of how that is going to develop and who's going to win at the end. But United are still going to put their open bid and see if they actually accept. If they don't, I think they're going to do what the thing that they would do with Chelsea. They're just going to take the bid and say, there's the bid, it's still going to be on the table. If you're not interested, we're going to walk away. So that could change the team and they'll end up agreeing. You never know. It worked with Chelsea. But Atlanta, do they really need to sell? That's the question that United have to ask. Are they in any financial jeopardies? Because also that's one thing that worked as well with Inter Milan. If Atlanta does not in the same problem with Inter Milan or either Chelsea at that time, well, they're actually going to have to walk away because they will not be budged in terms of their asking price, so, or the evaluation of the player. So we'll keep you updated over that one if there's anything that changes. There were also a breaking news that just came a few hours ago, I think now 2 hours ago, which we were told that Jonny Evans is signed a short-term contract with Manchester United for pre-season. So it means he has signed a contract where he'll be training with Manchester United for pre-season while they're gonna be playing games as well. I don't know, is it a plan so that they can actually be able to get him now after, if things don't go according to plan or what, or maybe they just want to see what's going to happen during the preseason to test him if he's really what they want. Maybe Erik ten Hag is doing the trial and test. He's just not going to go get players like what he did with, you know, the guy who left and went back to Burnley. What was that guy's name? I've already forgotten him. The guy was playing as a striker, but they ended up dropping him as a number 10. Please remind me, I forgot. But he went back on loan, by the way. They actually want to test if this guy is going to be good before they sign him. Because remember, their money is really tight, so they have to make sure that they do good business. The other thing that we're also being told by Manchester United is that they are also talking to Kolo Muani if the valuation of Haaland does not change. According to the reports we were told is this: Manchester United already have a backup plan for Haaland. If the Haaland deal does not go down as they are expecting, maybe Atlanta to budge in terms of the evaluation of the player, they are going to be forced to move on to a player called Kolo Muani, who is in France, who plays in French leagues. We saw him in the final of the World Cup, the one who tried to score that goal that was saved by Martinez with his leg, if you remember that goal. Yes, that's the player we are talking about, people. And the valuation of the player is even less. I think it's around 14 million. What Manchester United are actually comfortable with, which is 40 million euro. But we'll see how that situation will play out. Lastly, but not least, is that Manchester United striker, the top goal scorer of last season, Marcus Rashford, has signed a 5-year contract. He has already been announced. This was released yesterday by Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein as well. But now it has officially been confirmed that he is United. They've actually announced it on their social, and he has said he's ready, he's here to stay, he's really excited over the new project that they're building with Erik ten Hag. If you really think about it, fast forward 2 years back or 1 year back, Rashford could be leaving for free now, but guess what, how things have turned. Now he's willing to stay because he has found a manager who's building a project with him, and he's comfortable, he feels confident, and he's excited over where the project will go. So yeah, that's what's happening. We'll keep you updated over anything that changes, but that's what we're being told. Marcus Rashford signed the new contract. I'm not really sure about the price, but the money that is going to be paid, but I know it's higher than what he was making before. So yeah, in fact, according to Fabrizio Romano, this agreement was agreed a month ago. Nobody